Good morning, agents. Road Warrior here, and we are hitting the road again today, heading out of Las Vegas. I've got Munchkin here. He's getting some snuggles in before we hit the road. I'm just honestly, I'm kind of dissociating here. I've got like a whole bunch of crap everywhere that I should probably move around. But I might just like shift it enough that I can start driving. Which is bad, but whatever. Laziness sometimes is a virtue. I'm hoping today that we can spend a little bit of time in St. George, Utah. We crossed the border into Utah about an hour into our trip today, and I think there's some agents in St. George that we potentially could meet. There's also a level 8 farm there with some hack mods that I'm hoping to get at because I'm out of cubes, man. I have 0 cubes. It's terrible. I just had to do an emergency recharge on a couple of things, and yeah, it's not looking good. My inventory's not looking great. Do want to do a quick retrospective here. So we've thrown a bunch of fields during this trip. I believe, so there was one in Oklahoma that the last layer was from Shidler, Oklahoma. That was a good one. That went down pretty quickly, though. We threw another field south of Dallas, and that went down before the anomaly because people coming to the anomaly were killing it. We threw another field then from Terrell, Oklahoma to Wichita Falls, Texas. That's still up. That's stayed up the whole time. And I'll show you a screenshot of that here. Still affecting cell scores, still just knocking it out of the park, so that's great. We also threw a field from Amarillo, and what was the western part of that? I know the eastern part was Vernon. I can't remember what the western anchor was, but that was a lot of fun for sure. Holbrook, maybe? But that was definitely the longest field I've ever thrown. It was not, however, very big. Ended up being, 1.8 million, 1.9 million. And sadly went down to a visiting frog, so can't always account for that. And then we threw a field from, what was that, Pine, New Mexico to wherever I was camping that night. I can't remember what that town was called. Camp Verde, maybe, in Arizona. So maybe it was Pine, Arizona. Anyway, I think that field is still up, including the expanded layers that I threw the next day from New River. And then we got into Palm Springs, and we fielded over Palm Springs, and that was great. And that was, what was that, 1.5 million? But it went down after like 10 checkpoints, so that was kind of disappointing, if I'm being completely honest. So hopefully there's some more fields that we can do on our way home, though 80 is a pretty straight shot east, so I don't know if that's going to be possible. We will do our best, but no promises. But 2 layered fields still up that are contributing like a few 100,000 to cycle scores in a few different cells. Like, that's pretty impressive, I would say, for just like doing stuff along the way. So hopefully you've enjoyed the journey so far, and hopefully you'll continue to enjoy the journey as I head now straight home. We're doing like 2.5 hours to 3 hours a day, and just heading east and slightly north, head back to St. Paul, Minnesota, and hopefully we get there safely and quickly, because I think Munchkin's over it. I'm a little bit over it, but I don't know. I kind of enjoy this, so can't help but be happy on some level. So I'm gonna get back to packing up and stop slacking. I'll pick up the video when we get to our first stop, wherever that happens to be. I don't think we're gonna get to St. George right away. I think we'll probably have a couple intermediate stops between here and there, at least 1 or 2. But once we get there, we'll do some unique hunting. Even though I already have my uniques, I still need unique visits. So It's still good to get uniques, but I'm no longer mad if I only get unique hacks. And then we'll head over to the farm and we'll spend a little time there, maybe meet up with some agents, and hopefully get a bunch of gear. And then we'll be camping tonight in somewhere in Utah. I can't remember the name of the town. Again, these small towns are hard to remember. I think it's New Harmony, Utah, maybe. Little backwater, but I'm sure it'll suffice. And then the next day, I think we might be getting close to Provo tomorrow, but we'll see about that tomorrow, I suppose. And about a minute and a half ago, I said I had rambled enough and that I was going to get to it, and now I'm still rambling. Okay. Agents, I will see you at my first stop a little bit down the road. All right, folks. I made it to the first stop, which is just outside of Las Vegas, here in Crystal, Nevada, I believe it is. The Moapa Valley Travel Plaza. It's right off of the freeway. Not doing anything crazy today. I got one unique here. I'm not even gonna write that down though. Munchkin's here. He says hello. You say hello? No? Okay. Well, say hello to Munchkin in the comments. Maybe he'll be more personable tomorrow. Had to stop off here, take a break. I'm gonna get myself some more tea and some water. I grabbed some supplies, which will be helpful. And yeah, that's about it for here. Sorry, there's a cop car outside the Travel Plaza, and he's saying something to somebody, but I don't think it's me. Anyway, I'm gonna get my tea and my water, and I hit the road. It's another hour and change to St. George still, so probably have another stop between here and there, but I'm making as good a time as I can. See you in St. George. All right, agents, another quick stop. Next place I'm headed is St. George, this time for real. About half an hour to go to that, and then I will hopefully meet up with an agent, get some farming done, have some lunch and all that. Pulled off the side of the road here in Desert Springs, Arizona. I forgot that I was going to pass through Arizona a little bit here today. This is a good place to stop though. It's a decent view of some mountains. I don't even know which mountains these are, but it looks like I'm going to go into them in a minute here. And hopefully get to St. George, like I said, in about half an hour. I've got a drone hack to do, and then I'm going to make myself some tea, some water, do the usual thing, hop back on the road, and I'll see you in Utah. Howdy, agents. I'm here at, what is this, 1100 East Park?
Yep, right next to Harmon's.
Yep, right next to Harmon's. Is this like a local
Grocery, salad bar.
Okay, so I'm out of the Safeway area now. No, not quite. All right, well, I'll have to try that out. But Glenn here was good enough to join me here. There's a little bit of a farm that I'm going to use to the best of my ability because I am running out of power cubes, so this is much appreciated. And yeah, always good to meet another agent. He's got a bio card now.
Yep.
Which, you know, we're spreading them around as much as we can. And yeah, anything else you want to mention while we're here?
Just loving the resistance, loving the area, and keep on keeping on.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you at an Anomaly soon one day.
Keep my fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah. And agents, I'm going to get back on the road shortly here after I filled up my inventory. See you down the road. All right, agents, after burning out that park and farming my fill, I asked the locals if there was anything that they wanted me to upgrade, and they said Sieg Miller Farm, and I was like, that sounds delightful. And lo and behold, it is. There's a horse, there's a goat over there. I think they like pets. Do you like pets? Can I? I got my little bit of animal today. That's good. Yeah, I ran through, upgraded a bunch of these portals, threw a couple mods down as well. One of them was missing some hack mods, and well, I happened to hack a VRMH over at the park, so I figured I would get back to this community because they've done me a huge solid. So that was lovely. Great experience. Would recommend coming around St. George, meeting the Ingress folks here, the Resistance folks, because they seem like lovely people, and they've got some really nice farms. My one lament is that I wasn't here during double deploy, because I could have made most of these 8s, but they're one away, so in a couple days when they can deploy an extra 8, some of the people here, some of the locals, can make level 8, and that'll be good. And yeah, I do not need more gear, so I'm not going to sit here and hack this. I am simply going to get back on the road towards my campsite. I don't know how far away it is, but I will look it up and figure it out, and I will come back to you when I'm there, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty close. I already drove about 2 hours to get here, so not a lot left in the day, I don't think. Which is good, because I've got some stuff to do once I set up camp, including sorting through my laundry, which I have put off for several days now, and cleaning out Munchkin's litter box, which is drastically overdue. So, I'm going to get back in the link weaver here, and I'll see you at camp. Alright, agents, I'm here in what I believe to be New Harmony or Camaraville, Utah. It's not really clear from the signs that I saw coming off of the freeway, but Munchkin's here. He's happy that we are stopped. You want to say hi, Munchkin? No. This is a video of Munchkin not saying hi to the camera, which is too bad. But he seems very relaxed, which is good. Decent drive today. Good to meet up with Glenn and Glenuendo there in St. George. Now, I'm just gonna finish setting up my situation here and get myself some rest. I got some organizing to do. I've still got clean laundry here that needs to be put away. I've got dirty laundry here that needs a hamper, so it's all a bit of a mess. But yeah, I gotta record a gaming video or 2 as well. I didn't even use the scooters today, so honestly, they're good. I don't even need to charge them. But yeah, a couple of gaming videos would not go amiss here. Stepping outside real quick, let's take a look at the campsite, shall we? It's actually pretty nice. Temperature's a little chilly, so I might put on my pajama pants, which are my warm weather gear, but we've got some nice little turf here. I don't know, well, this is probably fake grass, but it is nevertheless nice to see. A nice little splash of green. Obviously a decent view here. The mountains in the background. This is very Utah feel for the mountains. So certainly on the drive in, there was a lot of like striated canyons. I think that's the right word. Layers, basically. But nice and spacious here, and yeah, I say I really like it. But from a purely ingress perspective, because this is still an ingress channel, despite the fact that I am just driving right now. From a purely ingress perspective, there's a portal outside the front gate, but there's no portal inside of the campground, so 1 out of 5 stars. Sorry, but it's just the criteria we're using. I might run around and do some missions, because there's a playground. I think the map said there was a horseshoe pit. There's a little picnic area over there. A whole bunch of stuff that could be portals, and we actually have OPR now, so possible that they even get approved in a reasonable time, which is miraculous. But for now, going back inside the link weaver here, I'm gonna get this video edited and uploaded and get to the rest of my evening. And agents, I will see you tomorrow for another video. I think we're making it to, I want to say Colville tomorrow. I know Colville's on the list of places I'm staying. It's the one that's stuck in my head. But if it's not Colville, it's something else. So I think it's going to be right outside of Salt Lake City. So we aren't quite getting to Salt Lake tomorrow, but we are getting very close. With that, before you click off the video, click the like button, click the subscribe button, say hello to Munchkin in the comments. He deserves it. He's put up with my nonsense for so long now. I think we've gone 4 weeks on the road now, actually, which is pretty crazy. Also, in the description, you'll find a link to my Patreon page where you can support me for $5 per month. It would be very much appreciated because this is my only source of income right now. And as I get closer and closer to home, I'm thinking that maybe my runway has started to run out. So I'm thinking about putting in some job applications, which would definitely limit my ability to do stuff like this in the future, which would be a shame. I would love to continue making a big difference in the resistance. But if you have to work a full-time job, sometimes that's not really possible. We'll see how that goes. Also, you'll find a link to my gaming channel, which like I said, I'm going to record a couple videos for after I have set up fully. And with that, agents, thank you all so much for watching once again, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.